on the news first because I realize I tend to go through the markets and stuff like that, and then we have to rush a little bit about the news. So I'll just go through about two or three things which I think is important for us to be looking out at this point in time. And I'm just going to start again with the crowd loans. Week after week, I think I've been looking at this quite closely, and I just want to share that with you guys as well because the Polkadot ones are coming up really, really soon. So you can see it's November 11th. That's the first auction that's going to be happening for the first batch of projects. And there are many big names here. So for many of you, or if there are people like me who have bought Polkadot back in 2017, no, not 2017, sorry, but when I started, it was probably about a year to a year and a half back. And you've placed it somewhere to stake, just be reminded that in some of these places where you stake, there is a requirement or a lead time before you can get the tokens back into your wallet. So if you haven't done that yet, then you should be looking to prepare your Polkadot tokens, because if you don't do that, you're going to miss out on the first batch, because I'm definitely going to be looking at things like Acala, Equilibrium, Moonbeam for sure. And this is just the first 8 projects that has been recruited at this point in time. So I'm always keeping a look here just to see what else comes around. But more importantly, just make sure that you prepare your funds. Yeah. So also on Kusama, I know it's a little bit passe at this point in time. You guys probably dumped everything for Moon River. But just to let you guys know, the third batch of auctions are also coming out now, but I guess everybody's just not as into it as compared to when the first batch of auctions came out. So I guess it's going to be quite similar with Polkadot. So you would probably, that's why again I'm saying don't miss this first batch, especially those of you who are staking it. Make sure you have it prepared and in your wallet. Okay, so that's just the first thing. Dennis, if you're already in Acala Trust, yeah, I think this is different. If you're talking about the one on Kusama, that's a little bit different, if I'm not wrong. So just make sure that you wait list for Acala, and I think if I'm not wrong, they might have sent out a wait list for you to prepare your wallet, and you kind of like need to pay a little bit of gas fee for with DOT, just to show that you are registering that wallet for the Acala crowd loan and stuff like that. So that's probably the sign that you are in the wait list and you're just waiting for it to get started. Okay, so just keep a lookout on that. It should be in your mail. If not, make sure you go and get whitelisted. All right, then just 2 pieces of general news. I think first one, again, for me, you should know by now, I'm always looking at news and how crypto is integrating into our lives slowly but surely, both in the crypto space and also in the NFT space. Yeah, so MasterCard now, a huge company, is already coming out to say that they're going to offer crypto services. They're going to allow people to pay by Bitcoin, if I'm not sure. And I think they are also going to allow the customers to earn rewards in crypto as well. So again, this is a huge thing. And if some of you are into stocks as well, not financial advice, but I remember when I was tuning in to Ash and Jeff on the trading show, Ash is quite heavily invested in stocks as well, right? He does quite a significant amount of it, and he did say that if you're into the crypto space, and I'm sure Shokri said the same thing as well. If you're in the crypto space and you start to see more and more of these companies getting into the crypto space, then essentially that's another area whereby you can look into to put some of your money and that may potentially see a double growth both in the crypto space, in this case potentially Bitcoin, because the crypto people are going to be buying Bitcoin with this news, and at the same time MasterCard is probably going to get a boost as well, simply because they are adopting this new way of working. Okay. So the last piece, Singularity DAO or SDAO, I'm not sure how many of you are in this as well, but I think we got this airdrop from a project that Shukri recommended, if I'm not wrong. Can't remember what's the other name now. I can't remember, but basically SDAO is kind of the token that has been airdropped. It's been vested for a while now, sort of some at quite good profits, but I still do have some. And Samantha just brought to my attention that they are going to kind of become a launch pad. So this is going to be quite huge. And personally, I'm not really looking to get into any more launch pads in view of the winter that's coming, but I'll be keen to hold some of these launchpad tokens just because I think there is a real utility for it. I think with Harmony Pad, Sam and I made quite a good gain there. I think almost 50 to 60x after we got it from an IDO. Yeah, so this is something I just want to bring to your attention. If you are looking to sell out now in view of winter, that's an option. But if you are looking to break down in terms of what you want to sell now and what you want to sell in the future, then this piece of news helps me to decide that, because if more people get onto the SDAO train for the launchpad, then that's definitely going to boost the value of the tokens that I have now. So I'm just going to share a little bit on Bitcoin at this point in time. A little bit interesting. It's been doing a little bit of my own research as well. I'm not going to state the obvious of it reaching an all-new time high, but I think we have been starting to see kind of a retracement at this point in time. So the keyword here is a retracement. I know online there's some people who are saying that, oh, you know, the whole bull run is over and stuff like that. But I think we all know we barely even started. So there are some influencers, some people speaking that it might get down to 55, which is somewhere around here, or even lower, down to 52 before we even go up higher. I mean, from a technical point of view, for those of you who have tuned in with the Titan Squad guys in terms of the smart money concepts, you know that there's quite a lot of inefficiencies here to be filled. And that to me is a reason why Bitcoin may come down a little bit before it goes up higher. But to Shukri's point as well, Bitcoin or the crypto market as a whole, with Bitcoin and Ethereum being a little bit better, the rest of it's largely inefficient, right? But Bitcoin and Ethereum is still considered to be, well, the better of the lot. And I'll be looking to see them fill up some of these inefficiencies before it goes up higher. So 55 is kind of the point where a lot of people are saying, if not then 52. And I'm just going to bring your attention a little bit to the max timeline chart of Bitcoin here. So why I'm expecting a further retracement, right? Because as you can see here, we are in the first leg of retracement, and it does look like, well, it's a bullish candle here on the daily. Like it's been really bullish today, and it looks like it's going to go up higher from here. But I think it's been brought to my attention that I'm going way back to a similar time frame here towards the end of 2017, which is basically the end of the previous cycle, right? And you can see here that if I was to go in a little bit more, just so that we can see it a little bit clearer, this was exactly what happened here, whereby we kind of had a pump, which is the new all-time high, right? So if I were to go back here, this is probably the area here where we are looking at. And then there's a little bit of a retracement, and then there is a little bit of it going back up again before the real down comes. Right, so this is what has been shared quite a lot from people looking at technical analysis, or who have basically been through the 2017 cycle. And I think in my own experience in the last alt cycle as well, it's just a little bit like when you think that this is the dip for you to buy and prices start to go up a little bit, then the real dump comes. So I think I've experienced that enough to just be a little bit more careful this time and to hold on to my capital before I go back in, right? So yeah, that's just something to be clear. Before I move on, just want to be sure that you guys can hear me. I think I got a text saying that I couldn't be heard. Is there anybody in the chat who can just let me know if they can hear? All right, great. Okay, good, guys. Yeah, so so I'm saying that this kind of a retracement, well, it's hard to say whether this is it yet, or there's more to come. But for sure, I know based from this cycle, it's going to appear like it's kind of going to come up a little bit more before we go down more, or we might even still be just be on the way down here before the fake pump, I would call it, right? So I'm just a little bit cautious at this point in time. I'm not going in heavy on anything at this point. I'm just waiting for what Shukri will call like a mass capitulation candle before I start to go into some of the other things, right? So this is something that we just want to be watching out for. I wanted to talk a little bit about the memes coins. I'm not going to go into details. We know that they are all at a high again, but that to me is another watch out, because that probably means that there's a lot of retail in the space and there's going to be a lot of people doing leverage trading as well, and that potentially might contribute to the dip in Bitcoin that's going to be coming. So I tend to agree with the thought that whenever we see such meme coins pumping, that's something for me or for us to be wary about, unless you like the thrill and you're putting in your money in this space. Before I go there, I'm Marshall. I know I've spoken about this quite a lot, but I just wanted to bring back the attention here. I know I've spoken a lot about it, and I think just a couple of days ago it was trending, was up to 30% to about 27.2%. Up to 1.78. So in recent times, that's really considered to be quite high. I think it's been averaging about 1.3 to 1.5, and it was at 1.78. I don't know if any of you took some profits there and waiting for another dip, but yeah, I'm Marshall. Basically, I've been sharing quite a lot of things. They've been working behind the scenes, doing quite a lot to make sure that the community benefits. Of course, you don't see the rewards immediately, but yeah, we're starting to see signs of that as well. And this is the huge thing that just has happened. So two things. I think one, they just did their first buyback where they bought 300,000 Marsh tokens. Yes, that might have caused that pump up, but what's more important is they're buying it back to help the community in a sense whereby they are going to be starting single site staking. So if any of you like me looking to hold a Marshall for a long time, the single site staking is going to be out soon in about 2 days. And that's a place for you to finally park your tokens there if you are someone who is not so keen in LPs. So yeah, so I think they might be doing buybacks quite regularly, but basically this is the first of it, and we're seeing such an impact. And I think what's most important here is the intent behind why they are doing it. Yeah, so this is what I'm speaking about. This is what they'll be doing. The lock-in periods for seven days, claim takes about 10 days. So again, going back to Polkadot, that's what I was speaking about. You need time to get your tokens back. If not, you'll be missing out some opportunities there. Okay, so for anybody with a Marshall, just remember here, the staking is going to be coming out soon. If you don't have it yet, then I would say it's recommended as something that I have, but do your own research. Okay. Then I'm just going to do last piece here, a little bit of, well, I would say motivation to me. Just quick sharing last couple of minutes. I don't know whether you've seen this now. Well, apparently he's a kid and he just came out just a couple of days ago on October 27th, yesterday actually, and I read about it. If you haven't read about it, it's just basically someone who is a kid who came to know about Bitcoin, and he just got in, and he got in really early. He was fascinated by the technology. He asked his parents and his grandparents to basically give him Bitcoins as gifts, and that to me just shows, right? And the story still stands today. And Shukri has said this again, time and time. They have spoken so much about it, whereby they are saying that you need to be in early, right? That's how you make money out of crypto. You need to find something you believe in and you get in early. And for him, it was Bitcoin. He was obsessed about it. And then when everybody was selling, he basically didn't sell until, well, a later time, and he realized it and he sold off a little bit. But the idea is he held on most of it, and up to today he has 2013 Bitcoin. He's a kid and he has millions and millions of dollars, right? So that really goes to show, many of us are looking for this one breakthrough at this point in time. So I would say to hodl is definitely the key, and we definitely are doing the right thing in that sense. We're looking for things to go in early. to hodl is always the thing that has been recommended by Shukri. Yeah, so we just need to find the right one, and I think as a community, that's how we potentially find the best one, so we make money as a whole. So yeah, I hope that helps you along or helps us along in this journey in terms of trying to find the Bitcoin that was for him, and so that eventually we can be the ones posting this on Twitter one day, and hopefully we return to the community in the same way. All right, so yeah, that's all from me today. Yeah, and I'll see you guys again next Thursday. All right, see you, take care, bye bye.